It was a pretty slow day in the Forest of Hope. Pretty much just made sure I had everything set up for my next visit while getting the last two pieces I could get, then heading off for the Forest Navel. And welcome to Day 4 of Time to Play Pikmin. We'll be exploring a brand new region, the Forest Navel. Or Navel, or I've never really heard it pronounced before, so I don't really care. You say it the way you want, I'll say it the way I want, but the main point is today we're going in to find the last colored Pikmin in this game, clear out the area, and bring back as many parts as I possibly can. First thing I normally do whenever I enter this area is usually get out about 60 red Pikmin and have them bring down that wall. Then while they're doing that, I go get the blue Pikmin ready. And what's interesting in this area, a ship part comes to you because it's been ingested by another one of these creatures. And I believe this is the only creature in this Pikmin game. The only time we see him in this Pikmin game. In the other one, in Pikmin 2, you see a couple more of them in the caves, but in this one, this is the only one that exists. And he comes to you because he's looking for pellets, or just things lying around to bring back to his nest. He has a thick hide, but you can hit him maybe a couple times to do a little bit of damage. Then if you get real lucky, he'll grab onto one of the pellets, and then you have your Pikmin bring it back to the ship, and it'll bring it up, and it'll kill him instantly. And yes, if you couldn't tell, this is the blue Pikmin, and the only ability it really has is to go through water. Now, I'm not sure if I saw it in this game or in Pikmin 2, but if any Pikmin are drowning in the water, they will throw them out of the water if you send them after them. Of course, I don't know if that's in this one or the second one. It's most likely in the second one, but it could probably work in this one too. At least that would give them another use. The creature's usually here by now. Oh well. Guess it won't hurt to build up an army right now. Oh, there he is. He's coming. Let's see. Leave the bait out. Oh, he's not going for that one. He's going for that one. Alright. Well, obviously, if I have only one Pikmin bringing it out there, he won't win. So the only thing I can really do is keep attacking the... I really wish I remembered what this thing is. Ow. But, oh, no, you're not taking that one either. No, go away. Or stay here and wait. Great, I'm going to have to do this part over again. And this is a pretty long process, but fortunately I can just get another Pikmin out right now. Then have... Oh. Well, he was starting to win the tug-of-war by himself, but at least this way, it'll resolve itself a lot quicker, and yep, he's dead. The space float. Yeah. Don't need that part either, but oh well. At least right now I can use his dead body to make more blue Pikmin. And I need about 25 blue Pikmin in order to get that life raft. Or the space float. Fortunately, there's a good way to do this. Now, you can't get that many right here, but after I get this area cleared up, and I get all the Pikmin plucked, I'm gonna have them stand by the space float. That way they won't get in the way of anything. Then I'm gonna bring down the red Pikmin, have them make this little extend this little twig across this gap so that they'll get another ship part. But underneath that area is all these, man, I really can't remember the name of all these enemies. But it's the one bugs that fly. You know what I'm talking about. They bury themselves in the dirt, burrow, that's it. They burrow themselves in the dirt and then they come out like the other bugs that you see, except these ones can fly and they're green. Come on, guys, don't... Anyway, that's about to happen right here. I have them extend the bridge, or the little twig across the gap. They get the gear, and while they're doing that, I take care of these guys, and with their deceased bodies, I take them over to I have the blue Pikmin take them back. Oop, oh, I didn't want them all to come down. Thing is about these guys, when you do about half the amount of energy to them, they fly in the air, but if you can hit them in the air, they die. And now I'm going to leave their decaying corpses for the blue Pikmin to get so they can have enough to get the space float. Now, I have to fast forward through this next part because it's very tedious and all I'm really doing is just clearing the enemies out of the area. So, it's just another time to fast forward. As you saw for yourself, nothing that exciting happened, and no, I didn't lose a single Pikmin during that entire time. It looked like the blue ones were in the way of the fire from the fiery blowhog, but nope, not a single one of them died. Why? Because I've had to do this part so many times, just so I could get as many parts as I could, because the Forest Navel should only take 3 days. 3 days at the most to get everything. Or 3 days at the least, anyway. It's, in the first day, it's possible to get about 5, or not 5 pieces. I guess you probably could get 5 pieces, but you'd have to be super fast and maybe have a cheat code or something. But the best thing I can do on the first day I get here, get all the ramps done, get all the enemies taken care of, get all the ship parts that are in the way, and I need to get this ramp up so I can have the yellow Pikmin come down here and get the bomb rocks, because it's very important that you get as many of these walls cleared off as you can. It'll save a whole lot of time. Especially the walls that are in front of the camp area, or the landing zone, or whatever you want to call it. It's very important that you get those walls cleared down first, otherwise it takes probably a quarter of a day just to get back to the base. Or to get back to the ship, or whatever. Even with all the other ramps that are, even if you got all the other ramps that are at the side pushed up, it doesn't matter. If you can get all the walls down, it saves so much time. And that's sadly going to be the last thing I do for today, is have the yellow Pikmin do it. But it's very important that you do it on the first day, because there are so many walls that you won't have enough bomb rocks to cover them all. In fact, it's kind of weird actually. I believe there's 15 bomb rocks in that can down there, but sometimes it screws you over and you only get 14 of them. And if that happens, just restart the day, because you need all 15 bomb rocks to get the first 2 walls down. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about these guys at all, because I've already said it plenty of times, that they don't take any damage to fire. They are impervious to fire. They're the only Pikmin in the entire Pikmin series that can do it. Of course, the series is only 2 games. But of course, the third one was announced last year. It wasn't announced, but it was confirmed that they are working on it. Can't imagine what new Pikmin are being put in there, but I can take a pretty good guess at what we might be able to get. Well, no, that's not entirely true. All I can really do is speculate on what they can have. At the end of Pikmin 1, if you got the happy ending, you saw a bunch of other onions fly into the atmosphere, and they were more colors, like a black and the green ones, and I think an orange and a pink one maybe. But it's kind of cool that there are still more Pikmin out there and more possibilities. Oh, jeez. Look at them. Kind of funny that they collided with each other. It's kind of cool sometimes that that gear falls down sideways. The Pikmin will start jumping up to get it, which is basically what I think another type of Pikmin should be able to do in the game. I think maybe you should have like there should be some green Pikmin that can jump over gaps and over areas to get to, they can be used to solve puzzles or just bring back other treasures or pieces or whatever they're going to have you do for the next game. I think that's one thing, is just to have jumping Pikmin. Another one could be Pikmin that go through mud. There isn't going to be one for snow because Pikmin 2 has snow areas and no Pikmin has any problem getting through it. But I think mud could work to an extent anyway. Maybe the blue ones would choke on it or something. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, I'm just speculating on that. It's probably not going to happen, but just some ideas to throw out there. Okay, if I remember correctly, this is the 4th piece, and it helps that I got that wall down earlier, because now they can just go right through it. See? They don't have to backtrack, they don't have to go all the way around, they can just go right through that wall. Planning out day 4 is very important, especially if you want to get this done as fast as you can. I've been told that you can beat this game in 9 days, but to be honest, I don't think that's... well, that you would have to be incredibly reckless to do that. It just sounds like you would have to sacrifice your Pikmin at a whim, and to be honest, I just can't do that. I love these guys. Why would I intentionally want to kill them? I mean, I have to take them into dangerous territories all the time, but I'm putting my own life on the line too. Well, enough about that. The only thing I can do right now is I'm going to put away the red Pikmin. I'm going to leave the blue Pikmin here because it's okay for them to be left here, even when sunset comes. But right now, I really need to get the yellow Pikmin and have them get the bomb rocks and bring them back to the walls in front of the base. It's the last thing I need to do today. So there shouldn't be much problem left with this. Yeah, I know. I see the honey wisp, but yeah, all my yellow Pikmin right now are flowers, so it wouldn't do me any good to go after it. Yeah, sometimes you see that. It's just the little thing carrying nectar. You throw a Pikmin at them, it drops the nectar, and then become flowers. But right now, all of them are flowers, and I'm not about to go back and get more Pikmin to make them flowers. Let's see, hopefully everybody got one. Looks like there's still one left. Oh, good. No, he's... alright, good. Now everybody's got one. You need to have at least 15 in order to bring down those 2 walls. And it'll be a very good thing to do that on your first day here. Oh good, the last piece is already there. So now I don't have to worry about any Pikmin who won't make it in time. So yeah, the only thing left to do is to bring down those walls. Let's see, you need 6 for one of them and 9 for the other. Let's see how many this one needs. Okay, this one needs 9. So, by the process of elimination, you only need 6. Good, I got everything accomplished that I needed to get accomplished today. I seem to be stuttering a lot, but oh well. At least day 4 is done. I was able to get 4 parts. The area isn't completely taken care of, but that shouldn't be a problem. A lot of the enemies are gone, especially the Wollywogs, or if that is their name. I guess I'm just going to call them that until I find out what their name is. For the record, the one thing I always try to do whenever I play Pikmin 1 or Pikmin 2, never leave anyone behind. I think I might have said that before in another video, but that is the one goal I have. No Pikmin will be left after sunset. Maybe in the ground, that's okay, but I never like to have anyone left down there to die. If that happens, I will restart the day, and you won't see me do that. Because that would just be incredibly repetitive for anybody else to watch me play a whole day again just to have that. But day 4 is done, and here's a preview for day 5. I won't be able to get that many ship parts on day 5. Instead, I'll be setting it up so it'll be even easier on day 6.